Good morning. Welcome back to the channel. You want to hang out with me on just a very normal weekday? We just have a chill, casual hangout vlog today. Nothing too special planned, nothing out of the ordinary. Probably going to be a chatty video. I have thoughts, I have just things I want to share, and also work I have to do. Tonight is date night, so I'm looking forward to that. We're gonna try a new spot. It's a Chinese spot. They say they can do gluten-free, but it's called 24 Suns here in Oceanside. Maybe we'll just walk in somewhere else. Oh, that's fun. I'm getting a zip on my nose. My skin has been acting very funny ever since Float Fest, and it probably has something to do with the 3 ice cream floats and 4 sugar cookies that I ate. Also, when my brother-in-law's in town, we leave for Texas actually in 2 days. So they are having band rehearsals at our house before we leave for the first week of Jordy's tour, which is in Texas. So band rehearsals are happening today from like 9 to 6, which is pretty much all day. And because of that, there will probably be some drums. So if we're hanging around the house, there will probably be some drums, which also means what a fun excuse to perhaps go work at a coffee shop today. But I am getting quite excited to go to Texas this weekend and hang out with Mom and Dad and Jacqueline and Mark, and Anna's out of town, but I get to see Kayleese, and it will just be a fun, sweet time. Okay, now that I've self-tanned, this foundation went from looking too dark to too light. What's a girl supposed to do when she's used to shape shifting between pale and slightly less pale? Smoothie. Okay, smoothie drink. Emails halfway answered. I'm trying to decide if I want to dress cute today or if I want to wear more athletic-y clothes today to try to encourage myself to walk more. I do kind of want to take him on a pretty long walk, so I'm a little bit torn. My friend Becca harvested a ton of fruit from a friend's property. I don't know, but she came with literally passion fruit and figs and oranges. We juiced a ton of them and made a whole pitcher of orange juice, but we still have all these left over. And I wish I could preserve them forever because they look so cute in this bowl with like the leaves still on them. Are you kidding? How happy and summery is that? It just makes me happy every time I look over at it. I'm like, I want to eat them, but I want to look at them. I can't do both. So I'm gonna look at them for another day and then maybe make some more orange juice, but we still have this much left over. This was a pitcher that I got when I did that yard sale with all my friends. One of my friends was selling this pitcher. Look at how beautiful it is. And I love it. So we have some orange juice left. Speaking of fruit, I got the cutest little thing in a PR package yesterday. This brand, Iris, sent me their new product, but it's like a drink, like electrolyte packet. So they sent it with these little fruit straws. Are you kidding me? You know, I'm gonna research and see if these are just sold somewhere, and if so, I'll try to link them for you, but especially the citrus ones. I'm dying, they're so cute. Wait, don't leave. Don't leave, I was about to put on clothes and take you on a walk. I was gonna do that before I go work at a coffee shop. I'm putting on clothes right now, I promise. I am. Don't go up there. Wait, can I make the bed first? I just realized I gotta make the bed. Thank you. Thank you for your help. Yes, helpful. Beaver, you're gonna attack. You're gonna attack. Close my eyes real quick. One other little happy I got in the mail. My friend, Meg Acuna, who also is a YouTuber, we met in COVID 2020. I hosted a virtual Bible study and she joined it, and that's how we met. And so now we've known each other for literally over 5 years. But anyways, she wrote a book. She wrote a whole freaking book. So she sent it to me. She says it's romanticy with a lot of baking. And she says, just pretend that all the pastries are gluten-free. So excited to dive into that. Everybody say good job, Meg. So impressive. You know what? I've hereby decided I am now making this a things I'm loving right now segment. I am loving Audrey Hobart's new album. I don't know if you know Audrey Hobart. I found her on TikTok before she released any of her songs because I was like fixated on this one song that she was like teasing. But there's a song called Shooting Star that I just know is about to be my next fixation song. And that's half the reason I'm so excited to take a walk is because I want that on repeat. Whenever I find a song I like and I fixate on it, I put it on repeat for literally a week and it's all I listen to. So that's one thing. Another thing is this brand. This is Altair, the label. Altair? Altair. I have followed them on Instagram for like 2 years now because they make very beachy, loungy things. And I finally just bought a couple of pieces from them. Their pricing I think is really good. I just actually DM'd them to see if they do any sort of affiliate program to see if I can get any sort of affiliate code. And they just responded, so I need to see if I can apply and whatever. But their pieces are very, very, very cute. And so I got this short. I will say for pair girls, I wish I got a medium. I got a small and it's fitting me a little too fitted in the hips. I wanted like a very baggy style. So in hindsight, I wish I sized up one more, but I always followed them online and I was always curious about their pieces and I finally bit the bullet. So that's another thing. And lastly, one other thing I've been loving. I got this, I've been using for a while now on the days that I've been not heat styling my hair. And it's Kitsch. I think they have this brand at just like CVS, Walgreens, Target, Walmart types of stores. The thing I love about it is the smell. I think all the fragrance in this is naturally derived because it smells that way. And it smells so good, and whenever I wear this in my hair, people ask me what perfume I'm wearing. And I'm not even wearing perfume. It smells like rosemary because it has rosemary and biotin. And the price of this was also great. So there you go. One more thing. I've been really liking Emily Henry books. I'm now on my third. I like her writing. She's funny. She has lots of little jokes. It doesn't seem like she takes herself too seriously. I know that like very highly educated book people, I think, see this as like very entry level type of reading, but I am very thoroughly enjoying it. It is, you know, it feels like the same level of easy listening as the podcast I like to listen to, so it feels like a just for fun thing to listen to. So those are some things I have been loving lately. I feel like I slept really well last night and I woke up with so much energy today, which is a great feeling. It's a great feeling, especially because we stayed up, oh my gosh, we stayed up a little bit late last night finishing Inception. So I went to bed later than usual, which normally if I go to bed later, I don't sleep as well. And when I go to bed early, I sleep great. I gotta tie my other shoe before we go. You ready? Where's your leash? Let's go let's fully commit. Are you down to fully commit? Sometimes you're not. So are you down? Okay, let's go fully commit.
I've been driving around all night. Probably call you back and say I'm fine. Then you ask for a second time. Why are words so hard to find? I don't know me, so you don't know me. And it gets lonely when I wanna let you in, but I just close up, won't let you close enough. Like I want to, but I want to.
Okay, I'm about to head out and go work at a coffee shop. I've decided to just stay in workout clothes until I get dressed for date night tonight, but I'm in my office gathering receipts. One of my goals for this year, which I'm pretty low-key, high-key, slacking, is actually keeping really good track of receipts, like physical paper receipts, and scanning each one individually. I, in years past, will like put them in this drawer and then here and then here. And I'm like, if I ever get audited and it's for 2 years ago, I am in trouble. I'm very good about categorizing all of my expenses. I do my own bookkeeping, but it is literally just photographing and scanning receipts that I slack at so much. So I'm gonna bring this with me to the coffee shop and see if I can scan and categorize all of these receipts. It's just so fun. But I got something in the mail just now that I thought for sure was gonna be a bill. And it was a check for $500, baby. I don't know why. I'm not gonna question it though. I guess I overpaid something and they just sent me a check back. So that feels pretty good. That's a great surprise. I literally said a prayer before I opened it. I was bracing myself. I was like, Lord, please don't make this bill be too big, please. And then it was a check. So hallelujah, amen. Oh, no. I just realized I pulled up to Steady State. That's where I've decided to work today. And I was charging my headphones specifically to bring them. And I just parked and realized I don't have my headphones. And I'm highly considering going all the way back home just to get my headphones. Is that crazy? Because I kind of also had in my mind that if I got enough done, I could walk by the ocean and get a few more steps in. Highly considering that. But since we're parked, you know what? Let's just have a car chat to make this at least worth it. And then I literally might go back and grab my headphones. But, okay, where do I even start? I lately have been feeling like I'm craving a lot more discipline in my life. I've been a little too gentle on myself for a little too long. I think being gentle on yourself is essential and beautiful and necessary, and I just wanted to like enjoy life and be free and not think too hard about anything and just kind of like heal and be less type A and less extreme and less try hard and all of these things. And I think I did a really good job of embracing that season for literally a couple years now. But I feel like now I am starting to fall short in some areas that I would just like to try harder in. Like, for example, my physical health. I've been sticking to some physical routine, but like I used to be so good about taking walks, and lately I've realized how much I miss that and how good that is for my brain and my mental space. And like I would just love to be more intentional about fitting in movement beyond just like the Pilates classes I sign up for. I feel like I've been slacking on some of my saving goals and like my more financial goals. I feel like I've been slacking on just being mindful about what I put in my body, but I fear my pendulum has swung a little too far in the direction of just being like, life's short, let's have fun, let's be young and free and not stress out about things too much. And I think that that was like a very important journey for me to go on. But I'm wanting to meet myself back in the middle a little bit and have some more structured goals for myself. Another one that I've been really craving and missing is like intentional quiet time and journaling time and like prayer time and reading the Bible. I was really, really good about doing that during my break, like literally for a couple hours every single day because it was my break and I felt like I didn't have many responsibilities. But now I have let that slip so much. So like all of these little categories, I just feel like I am kind of just letting my days get away from me, and I have no excuse, like literally no excuse. I am a dink, dual income, no kids. I am self-employed. I have full control over my schedule in my life. And I just think that I am just craving more discipline. And some days I feel that as like a hunger, and other days I feel that as like just kind of a disappointment of feeling like, man, I'm kind of falling short in these areas that I want to be doing better in. I want to be more intentional with my budget and saving money. I want to feel like, oh, I did a lot of movement today and my brain feels clear and my body feels healthy and strong, and I want to feel like well rested and not inflamed. All these things that when I don't, I'm kind of like, oh, not disappointed in myself, but not like super proud of myself either. And I'm just trying to admit that humbly with humility that I feel like it's time for me to now step into gently and gradually giving myself some goals and some things to be a little more disciplined in. One thing that I think I want to start, I'm going to say this out loud because it will increase my likelihood of actually sticking to it, but I told Jordy this last night. Last night we made some treats and we had just leftover ice cream and cookies and stuff from Float Fest. I told him I think I want to try 30 days, no alcohol, no refined sugar. Not in like the super obsessive way to where I'm reading ingredients on a sauce packet and not using a sauce if sugar is an ingredient, but just in a way of like big processed treats, because let's be honest, they are incredibly inflammatory. I don't feel good when I eat them, and just kind of like almost reset. I almost feel like I have like lifestyle creep in every category, even just with treats. Like lifestyle creep, I just kind of want to reset my lifestyle creep. And then lifestyle creep with spending, I want to kind of reset that lifestyle creep. All these things, I just kind of want to, one at a time, almost like an elimination diet. Take it out, see how I feel, and then see what feels good to add back in smaller quantities. The last thing I'll say is I feel like my brain kind of goes back and forth between, this is the time that you are young and free. Have fun, travel, have the treat, stay out late with your friends. Between also like, this is the time where you can like really invest in yourself and your health and your savings before you're taking care of little humans that will complicate your schedule and cost a lot of money and take away your sleep and all those sorts of things. So I don't know if anyone else can relate to feeling that way and you're like mid-20s of, I want to live this time up and enjoy it, but I also want to like really take advantage of this time where I have the most time to work towards my goals. And the way I feel about that kind of flip-flops every single day, but I do know I've been consistently craving that desire for discipline for a while now. The car alarm is telling me to wrap up my car chat. We'll see how this goes. Don't hold me too tightly to anything. I'm just a girl trying her best. Getting dressed for date night. I'm glad I took an extra 15 minutes to stroll, but I was pumped to see that it was super overcast by the water, because that's when I either like to go to the beach at sunset or when it's overcast, because I try to stay out of the sun as much as possible. But as soon as I was ready to walk, the clouds burned off, so I pivoted my plans and I ended up walking up and down the neighborhood streets because there's shade being cast from the houses, and it was so much fun to just be nosy and look at all of the different houses in that area. And it was actually reminding me, I got some footage from my walk earlier today, more on my side of town, of just how different all the different houses are here. Pretty much nowhere has an HOA, so every single house is super different. The houses all feel very inspired by either like Hawaii or Mexico. And I just love that mix so much. I really love so much about this area. Like, I'm kind of shocked how much I love so much about just living here and the way it feels to live here. I'm really thankful for that. Another thing I love is how much the food scene is growing and changing. So I'm gonna finish getting dressed and ready. Here's what I am wearing today. I have this top from Reformation. These shorts are from Walmart, and then I think I'm going to wear my little Paula Baby heels that I always wear from Cezanne, and just kind of do a monochromatic black look, because I was in monochromatic black all day for my workout clothes, so let's just make it a theme. I'll bring y'all along on a little montage so that you can see what this restaurant's like. I'm really excited to try somewhere new, and praying that they do indeed cater to gluten-free. I found out the name of it, 24 Suns, is because they change the menu 24 times a year. You know, your girl loves to try new tastes. Okay, I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me today for a very chatty day where pretty much all I did is take a couple walks and work at a coffee shop. I'm trying to remember to verbalize this, that I have a goal of hitting 250,000 subscribers by the end of 2025. I don't know if it's gonna happen. It feels like a little bit out of reach, but I just feel like it would be really cool. And as with this whole discipline chat and like setting goals for myself to feel like I'm working towards something, I've decided to set that as a goal. If you're not subscribed and enjoy hanging out over here, it would mean a lot to me if you wanted to hang out more. Okay, with that, let's go to dinner. I love y'all. Bye. Scratch that, I made a mistake. I've done this before on Open Table, where you make a reservation and it gives you an alternative time, and it's actually giving you an alternative time on a different day, but it doesn't make it very apparent. I guess I booked this for tomorrow, and I guess they're actually closed tonight. Maybe we'll just walk in somewhere else. Shoot, dang. Well, let's go on a surprise date where I don't know where we're gonna go, because I'm already dressed, so freaky freak. I gotta go tell Jordy.